Yo, this is the LoosenUp podcast with James Murphy and Adam Lucy, brought to you by your mother's fucking cunt and your grandmother's as well. You know it's hairy and produces dust instead of cum. It's fucking fantastic. James, how you doing?
I'm good. Remember when we used to work at CBD and we'd be in the elevators and there'd be like a random stranger in there?
Yeah.
We'd be taking it down from the roof or whatever, and it'd be some corporate lady, be like a woman a lot of times. But yeah, so I was going down to my grandmother last night, and my mustache was tickling her or something.
Yeah. If you're listening, we used to work at a parking garage together back in the day, and when people would get in the elevator that we didn't know, me and Jamesy would talk about random stuff that we wanted a reaction out of the person, and it usually worked. We would just say ridiculous things.
Yeah, a lot of it was sexual.
A lot of it was just
Following
like
family members, like stuff like that.
Yeah, just
a lot of incestual.
Anything, the most fucked up thing we could think of, basically. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Anything that was the tip of the tongue.
Because it was funny. It's funny. I wouldn't do that nowadays, but if I was hammered enough, I would.
Yeah, 100%. You know what I want to do? And it's probably never going to happen because we're not going to be in elevators with a lot of people anymore, but just get in a really packed elevator as a grown man and just fucking just rip a wild fart. Just aggressively. And just smile.
Just to see how people would react.
Like with this look. And just have everyone look at you like, is this kid a fucking child? Be like, yeah, I am. I am a fucking child.
Sometimes I think, especially when I'm in a scenario where it's quiet and it's serious, I think of what if this happened, and if I was in an elevator where no one was talking and no one was friendly, that's what I would think of, like, what would everyone do if I just farted right now, really loud? Like, what would they do? Would they laugh? Would they be like, oh, grow
Would they even
up?
say anything?
Yeah. Would
some guy be like, that was nice, man.
Yeah.
Good job. Gives you a pat on the back.
Yeah, see, like, that would be, like, the indication of that could be your friend.
Yeah.
You know?
Did we just become friends, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we did.
Exactly. And, but, an elevator is, you learn a lot about people in an elevator. If you get stuck in one, you learn a lot about somebody. I've never gotten stuck in one, but
that used to be like a really bad fear of mine.
Bad fear of mine as well.
Just getting stuck in one.
Yes.
I used to get really creeped out. Like if it, because sometimes they make the rickety noises or whatever.
Absolutely.
And it would kind of shake.
Yep.
I would be like, when I was a kid.
I'm still scared of elevators in a way. Not as much as I was as a kid, but when I would be with my parents in somewhere like a parking garage, I wouldn't go in it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, we're taking the stairs, or I'm taking the stairs. You guys can take the elevator. Like, I'm taking the stairs. And,
it was to that level.
To that level. And to this day, it's like still somewhat there, but like not nearly as much as it was. I'm scared of the elevator shaft breaking.
Yeah, well, so a lot of the older buildings, it's more sketchy because they don't have like a safety net. All the new buildings with the new elevator systems they put up, there's like a safety on it, so it can't fall to your
all
death,
the way. Okay, yeah, because that would be some shit. I always think of that.
Yeah, because if you fell, like, you're fucked. Like, you're in the box,
Absolutely.
You'll probably feel
it's
fine.
happened.
But once you hit the ground, you're just fucking splattered meat.
Have you ever been on the Tower of Terror?
Yes.
That ride has some. It's like basically you're in an elevator and it breaks and you go down 13 floors.
Yeah, and it was like electronic, like pictures going on as well, so it made you seem like you were in the environment.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild.
Yeah, it is absolutely wild.
I haven't been to an amusing park in a long ass time.
Me either, man. Universal is my favorite place in the world.
Is that in Orlando?
Yeah, I'd say that it's definitely like one or two.
I always confuse the Disneyland and Disney World.
Yeah, I've only been to Disney World. I haven't been to Disneyland.
Lands in California?
Yes, yep.
What's the difference,
So,
it's one bigger?
I prefer out of all of them Universal. Universal's like Nickelodeon stuff and like comic book stuff, like Spider-Man stuff. Disney is like all the Disney-related stuff. And Disney's awesome, don't get me wrong. But for me personally, like, when I became like a certain age, I just realized Universal's more of like a big kid park. And to this day, like, Universal's the shit to me. But also, Disney World would be the shit to me. But it's just more of like a little kid attraction.
I feel like it's a family thing, too.
It's a...
The kid at Disneyland, do the fucking Mickey Mouse ear stuff.
It's a stereotypical, like, American family, all like, oh my god, blah, 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 Daisy, put on sun lotion. Don't forget the sun lotion. Wear the 60 for, how, blah, blah, blah. And, it's like you said, it's more of a family place. And Universal's a family place, too, but it's if you're older, it's better.
More appealing. It's funny. I see it's weird looking at old pictures of yourself, like, taken on a fucking Kodak camera, like, with the actual, holding the little picture.
Yeah.
And I see pictures of my family and I in fucking Disney World, and it just blows my mind.
Yeah.
It's just a cliche, family going
Right, yeah. Like, everyone smile for the picture,
yeah.
Say cheese, like that kind of stereotypical situation.
And I also used to be obsessed with fucking people in, like, the costumes. like Daffy Duck and Mickey. Like I used to low-key like chase them as a child. But little did I know is they're fucking probably just like booze hounds in that.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely
they're just people too.
It's definitely a person you don't want to grow up to be most of the time inside of that fucking Daffy Duck costume, you know? And I used to just be chasing them. They'd be like, get this fucking kid away from me.
I was terrified of Captain Hook, and I was at a parade of some sort. I don't remember the details. I was like 4.
He's kind of a sketchy character.
He is a sketchy character, man.
He's very like rapey.
Yeah. He's rapey, exactly. Yeah, and he came through fucking causing a ruckus, and I was all scared. And then Peter Pan kind of came through and was just like, no, get out of here. And that was a real situation that happened during a parade.
Well, because they had beef, Peter Pan and Captain Hook.
Yeah, but they were in character even like during the parade,
right.
And like it was like, I remember it to this day.
What if you walked in on just, you know, like a Daffy Duck just getting fucking bent over by like a Captain Hook as a kid? You're just like, what the fuck? Those characters don't even know each other.
You somehow go into the back room or whatever. Like,
Daffy Duck's getting fucked by Captain Hook, and you're just like, you're not even in like the same show. Like, what are you doing? You know? It's like, whoa, I know you're watching right now.
Right.
That'd be wild.
That would be wild.
Yeah, my mind just went there.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have something to bring up. So, I was actually getting my hair cut. I have a lot of weird conversations with my barber, like good ones though. You know, I feel like a lot of good topics come from that because he's like a weird guy like us. He fucking says wild shit.
Right.
Love it. Big shout out to him. Have you ever sent a text to someone, like meaning it to go to a specific person, and it's kind of a fucking embarrassing text, and you sent it to like the person either that you're talking about badly or that like you don't want to send it to? You know what I mean? Have you ever been in that situation?
Knock on wood. Not that comes to mind, but back in the day, when with iPhones, like once you press that send button, it goes. Oh. But I remember when I had a flip phone back in the day, I was texting one of my friends about my other friend that we were hanging out with, and I forget what it said, but it was something that I didn't want him to see. And then I realized I accidentally sent it to the person that I didn't want it to see it, and I canceled it. Because you used to be able to do that. Yeah, it used to just be like sending, and it would be like a loading thing.
It would take a while for it to send.
Right.
It was like sending a fucking email.
And so when it comes to that certain scenario, that comes to my brain, but it didn't go through.
Right.
We didn't have iPhones at the time. But have you?
Yeah, so I definitely have. I can't remember like specific example, but I have a really good one about a friend. This might be like the worst fucking wrong text of all time. So like to set like the backstory of this. So when I went to Curry, it would always be like a bunch of us that would go out like on the hockey team. So it'd be like 15 guys going out in Boston, right? So a lot of times if you were gonna go to like a club like Royale, we would just say fuck it, like let's just get like a table, because it ended up being like $40, but you get the whole table experience. You know what I'm saying? So we were like, yeah, let's fucking do that. So we go with the big crew. I have a couple of my friends come. I'm not gonna name a name on this.
Okay. Do I know them?
Oh yeah, you know.
Oh, okay.
So like we're partying, dude. We're in like, you know, the VIP section. We think we're fucking really cool, whatever. Right. So like a lot of attractive females there, right? But they're like young adult females, like, you know, they're like 25, 30-year-olds. You know what I mean?
When you're younger at this point.
And I'm like 20. I'm just 21.
Oh.
So
okay,
you know,
okay,
I'm like a youngin' out there.
Yep.
And so are all my friends, right? So my friend ends up like meeting this like 27-year-old girl in like the section we're in. And it's like wheeling her, doing a good job, hooks up with her, gets her number. And he's 21, she's 27. Like that's pretty good, you know.
Oh, at 21, that is unreal.
Exactly. That's like a guy's dream,
unreal.
right?
That's a full-blown adult when you're 21.
And she was like, she had like a very good job on State Street in Boston, right? So it wasn't just like some like...
She was like an adult.
Yeah, she was like a very adult, like put-together woman as well.
Right.
Not just like a slut going to the club looking to get fucked. That sounds so terrible when I say it like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, so gets like her number, right? They end up going on like 2 dates. So they're starting to see each other a little bit. It's getting like a little more serious, right? So I'm with him. This is probably like 3 weeks later at some point. So we're in his car. We're going to the liquor store. He's like pretty sick, right? And he's a cigarette smoker too. So he's texting this girl, but he's texting his brother at the same time. And there's a lot of commotion going on. It's like me in the backseat with like a bunch of my friends.
Distractions.
We're distracted and we're giggling. He's like getting the GPS going. He's texting. Yeah. So I just know he's like sick, and he was going to hang out with this girl later. So he means to text his brother. My throat is black right now, but I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna bang this slut and probably get her sick too, but I don't really give a shit. and then sends it to that fucking 27-year-old Smoke with her shit put together.
Like someone who could have been his wife.
Yeah, who knows, right? Who knows what it would have been now?
Yeah, right.
And sends it to her.
Oh my god, and she got that.
Dude, so he was like visibly upset. He goes, "Oh my fucking god, like one of these." Like, you just saw a ghost type shit. And I'm like, what? Like,
his life's crashing.
Yeah, it's like, everything okay? He's like, dude, I just sent, like, the wrong text to fucking this girl, Erica. And I'm like, let me see it. It's not that bad. And, like, I read what I just said, and I'm like, oh, my God. And I just go, and I go, yo, boys, look at this, look at this. And we're all just shitting on him to make it worse. And he was just visibly quiet and upset the whole fucking night, dude. And the girl, the funny thing is, just never responded to him, just ghosted him.
Oh.
Never talked to him again.
Oh.
Yeah.
He didn't say I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, he did. Just fucking completely ghosted. Isn't that wild?
It is wild.
Didn't even like freak out. Like, are you fucking serious?
Right.
Which is like,
she was that put together.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, that put together, and she was like, you know what? Fuck this. Like,
he fucked up.
Boy.
He fucked up.
Oh yeah.
Do I know him? Who this happened to?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to find out after who it is. But
it's just funny because, like.
It's hilarious.
People send wrong texts all the time. I'm sure everyone has had a story like this. I wish we had like an email to send in like stories to, because I guarantee you people have situations probably not as bad as that extreme example.
Yeah, we could do that too. We could have somewhere where people send in or we talk to them.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
We should do that going forward. But
or leave a voicemail.
I would like to hear someone's story.
We could get a flip phone that's like $30.
Like a burner.
Yeah, but like for people to call and leave voicemails on.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
We just came up with an idea on live, baby.
On live.
But yeah, isn't that a wild story?
That is a wild story. I
had that down as a topic to bring up because me and my barber were talking about that, and I'm like, yeah, I've definitely had a couple bad ones. And I was like, oh, no, my buddy probably has the worst one of all. And I told him, and he was like, damn, that is a really bad one.
Yeah, when it comes to... No, I've been in a situation where someone was pretending to be me, being a dickhead, and like sent text to the other people, or really AIM messages.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Remember when AIM was a thing? That's
AIM
actually
was
like,
the best.
That's actually what I have in mind. Like I remember.
You remember your screen name?
I remember I changed it like every week, but the one I stuck with the most, I believe, was Adam L1600.
Baseballer.
Yeah, I remember there was this girl that was like a friend of mine. And she was like an angel, and she was a little on the heavier side, but she was an angel. She was an angel.
Yeah.
And I remember I had a buddy that sent her a message like fat ass.
Oh, dude, that's so mean.
So mean, dude.
It's like a young kid too.
I still think about it sometimes to this day.
Really?
Sometimes, yeah, I do. And I think about like, wow, I really hope that she doesn't remember that and think that it was me, because it was just a asshole.
Did you ever like respond and say, hey, that wasn't me?
Yeah. And then she said, I said who it was, and then she said thanks, and then put the person's name that it was.
Oh, have you ever seen?
Because I think she believed me. I think she like knew that.
She probably did.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have said that to her.
Have you ever seen the movie Mr. Deeds?
I have.
With Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I have.
Remember when he's typing to like the fat woman, and he's like, Deedsy, you sick ass mofo. But you gotta start tapping that thing before she starts banging other guys. Booyah. And then like they show on the online, he's like, he thinks it's you. And it's like his buddy on like the fucking woman's computer. That's what I think of when I think the AIM pretend to be someone else when you just told me that story.
Yo, you wanna hear something absolutely wild? So this would have been my senior year or junior year of college, I forget which one. But I had long story short, I had a buddy who got a girl's number. Right?
Yeah.
And then my other buddy, okay, took his phone without him knowing, texting this girl like spitting game to her or what have you, right?
Like texting for him, trying to help.
Yeah, literally. And then he got her to come to his room, which was my room also. This was one of my roommates.
Right.
And so my buddy basically. So my buddy was basically to my other buddy, whose phone it was that he didn't know that this was going on, was like, hey man, we're all gonna leave because so and so's coming here, and I was texting her for you, and she, hook up with her.
No
basically.
way.
Yeah, and so then they started like going out.
That is unbelievable.
Yo, isn't it?
That is wild. Did she ever find out that it was him? Like texting for her buddy?
Probably.
Hey, you know that kid who was like really smooth on the phone? Yeah, that wasn't me.
Isn't that wild?
That is crazy. What if they got like married?
Want something full circle?
Yeah.
As fuck. the dude that was the person texting her originally that wasn't
Tell me they're engaged, the actual...
No. So they broke up, right? How can
I understand.
How can I break this down as quick as possible for the person to listening that understands the gist? I'm trying to think. My buddy who fixed them up.
Right.
They went out. Right. These two, my roommate and this girl, they went out, and then this buddy over here who fixed it up. Right. This couple got into a fight one night, and they're like best friends. The two dudes, right?
Yes.
And the girl went to my other buddy's apartment.
Who fixed them up?
Yeah, full circle.
Oh, and they banged.
Yeah.
Damn.
And he's not really like a talked about human anymore. But that's just like, if you really want to know the full story in a quick fashion, yeah, that happened.
Isn't that funny how shit happens?
Full circle of shit though, right? Like, because without him, they wouldn't have dated in the first place.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that as in like it's good or it's just
without him they wouldn't have
dated.
He's
a fucking dick for like, that's your buddy. You don't like
bang, you don't do that.
You don't do that. But
because without him they wouldn't have dated.
Exactly.
But then without them dating, they wouldn't have had a fight for her to like go to his room, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. How full circle is that?
Shit like that blows my mind.
Yeah, and especially like with the you never know. Also with certain people, it's just like they could appear to be like your homie, and then they'd bang your girlfriend.
They have cruel intentions. And like the inner soul.
It's dark.
Yeah. And you just have no idea.
I know.
I'm so happy for you. You're doing so great. And it's like, I fucking hate this person so much.
Yeah. It's very like, I don't know if it's Machiavellian or narcissistic, but...
Machiavellian, maybe? It's weird because Elon Musk like thinks we're going to be able to read people's thoughts by like fucking, before we're dead, essentially. Imagine if you could read people's thoughts, how many friendships that would ruin, how many like relationships would ruin, how many like relationships it would start too. But I feel like that'd be fucking chaos if you could read someone's thoughts at all times.
That would be chaos because if you pay close attention to certain people's actions, you can tell like who would. It's not that you can tell what they would do, but you can tell who would be up to something if there were to be people up to something that you know.
For sure, but I feel like some people some people
can be sneaky enough. Like
but some people are so good at like lying.
Yeah, right.
It's like a weird hidden bad skill to have. You know what I mean?
Like, very nice. If you're good at like lying to make yourself sound better, it's a very narcissistic trait.
Yeah, or if you're like an actual criminal, people have fucking lie detector tests and they pass it, dude.
Because it's just how much they convince themselves, right?
And it's also, I don't even know like how a lie detector test. I think it's heart rate.
Yeah, it's something like when you're lying, like your heart, your blood, kind of like your blood pressure, right?
Yeah, it's like your heart, blood pressure.
It would go higher or something. Yeah.
You know what would be cool is, like FBI, CIA people who are like counterintelligence, where they like interrogate terrorists.
Yeah,
they like know how to like read people's. They essentially can know if you're lying.
Yeah, it's like you sit at a table like this, and they fucking put a flashlight on you, and they're just asking all these questions.
But imagine being that person, like trained well enough, like having the skill to actually like interrogate.
That'd be dope.
A fucking that'd be so sick. I wish you could like pay for that.
I know. You know what an occupation I think that I would be like nasty at is undercover cop.
Yeah.
I think I could do it. I think I get into character. And I think I could pose as like a crystal meth addict
Undercover
or something.
cops look so fucking cool on TV.
Dude, it would be
like the funnest job ever.
It would be very exhilarating. Like, you're breaking the rules, but you're allowed to break the rules.
Yes, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But it's also insane. Like, in real life, it would probably suck. Because you're just working all the time.
Your life's actually in danger sometimes, Your
life's in danger. If you have a family, you're never fucking home.
I know. That rush, though, dude. Imagine that rush. It must get addicting like that rush in general.
I know.
And you get paid for it.
Undercover cop would be fucking wild.
Yeah. Yep.
Like that movie, I'm trying to think what movie like I saw where they're like an undercover, or even like a detective. I feel like detectives kind of...
Imagine being like in... what's the movie? The Boston movie. It's my favorite movie. Departed.
Oh, yes.
Like
that is undercover
that's crazy.
as fuck.
There was also a dude that posed as a Italian mobster guy. Like, he got in with the Italian mob, was about to be made. And he was an undercover cop.
Is that Donnie Brasco, that movie?
Is. Yes, it is.
That movie's so good.
Yeah, I started watching it. I didn't finish it.
Johnny
Depp,
Netflix. Shout out. One of my favorites.
Oh, That is Johnny Depp,
Donnie Brasco,
yeah. Now that, because I saw the beginning of it, now I can see that that's him. But that's a crazy story.
And it's a real story, too.
Yes, it is. He was undercover for 6 years.
And you know what's... Someone brought it up on Instagram. I think it was like a meme. it's so for an undercover cop or whatever who does shit like that, like you have to go into witness protection a lot of times.
Yeah.
How the fuck can you go into witness protection today with like everything? That's, you know what I mean? Like social media, obviously you can't have it, but they change your name, they do everything. But don't you think if you really wanted to find someone, if you wanted to kill someone that bad, like and they were in the mafia, and like you have those connections, like you couldn't find that fucking person in witness protection? You know what I mean? Do you think so?
With technology and stuff now, like I'm someone that doesn't know the dick about like how to find the details of like technology and like what to do with it to find it, but I'm sure that there's people out there that can hack things to like find you.
Yes, 100%. That's what I was like so curious about, because obviously they put you in a wicked desolate area and like maybe like a suburb or just like way in the fucking mountains in Wyoming or something, and you just have like no life really, which would be wild. But I feel like you could definitely find someone, dude.
That would be wild to just be like on the run in the middle of nowhere
in like witness protection.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
People are fucking paranoid. In witness protection today.
I know, paranoid about shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't like. I feel like if you went into witness protection, you would probably have sleepless nights the first week, but then you would just get so kind of like used to it. You would probably fucking sleep fine after it. You know what I mean? You probably just forget about it.
You know what I think I would do? I think I'd just wear a disguise.
Like a mustache?
Yeah. A wig.
Yeah.
A wig. Maybe a fake
be kind of
wax mustache. Yeah. There's a Philip Leonetti. He basically like has come out and talked.
Who's he?
So he was
that shit fascinates me, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, he was heavily involved in the Philadelphia mob. And Nicky Scarfo was his uncle, and he was like eventually the like I don't know if he was the boss or the underboss, but he was high up, and then this guy Philip Leonetti was his side. You know, if he needed someone murked, like he would murk him and all that kind of stuff. And Philip Leonetti's still alive today, and he's like a very well put together human being from what he like seems to be, even though he has a very dark past. But it's like he's a very like well spoken person, this and that, and he was also like a basketball player in school, and like his classmates would have had no idea
that he was just murking people.
Right, but he also wasn't murking people until later.
Oh, I was gonna say in high school, is he?
No, but
he murking like.
But he was like on the path of becoming just it was a regular student athlete type thing, and he was also a mobster, or affiliated. And nowadays, if you see an interview with him, he either disguises himself or it's like completely dark.
Really?
Yeah.
With like the voice change thing.
Yeah. Not so much the voice change, but
just the darkness.
Yeah. The last interview I saw of him, it's like imagine just a silhouette, like a shadow. Yeah, it's like the shadow. Yeah. And he talks about his uncle. His uncle was a sick fuck. He just murdered a bunch of people. You know, Philadelphia mob. Nicky Scarfo was his uncle.
It's just crazy that the mob's like. Granted, it's definitely not as like large scale.
Is what it was, but it's still around.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. How crazy is that?
I know,
dude?
and they can't get away with murder like they could and stuff, but they can.
They definitely still murder people, though.
Yeah, and they can still, because a murder they only check for 3 days apparently.
What?
So it's something about. I mean, you know.
Wait, what?
Okay, so apparently, allegedly.
From who? Source.
It's a show.
I'm fucking scratching my dick.
To be honest, I actually like criminal. When I was learning criminal justice, I'm pretty sure I learned this. Like, I think that this is something I learned there in school.
Well, like dependent upon the case, they only heavy investigate.
Not even dependent on the case. It's like they have so many homicide cases that they need to go to the next ones. So it's like in 3 days, if they don't like figure out the deal or they don't have any like leads that they keep getting and they're just nowhere.
Like hard evidence.
Yeah,
like
they
DNA.
just it's just fucking.
Isn't it wild that people get fucking found guilty of murder like 30 years later, dude?
Yeah.
That always mind boggles me. Like, how the fuck you murdered someone 30 fucking years ago, right? So Adam Lucy, you're 20 years old, you fucking kill someone. You're having dinner, you're having TV dinner with your wife at age 55 watching Wheel of Fortune, like the police busting. You want him for the murder of so-and-so at age 20. It's like, dude, really? Isn't there fucking some grace period where, like, if you don't find me after 30 years, I get it.
Grandfathered into
get a jail card free, literally. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's wild.
All right, time to pay the bills. This episode's brought to you by your mother's cunt. It's fucking it's real dark and scary in there, and it's hairy, and she doesn't shave much anymore. You know, you wanna you don't know what to do. Well, you fucking you put some baby powder on that shit. And you put a little water on there, bada bing, bada boom, you're good to go.
When do you think your penis is just not gonna like cooperate as well? You know?
In old age?
Yeah, like old age wise. Like
that advertisement made you think of that?
Yeah, because I thought of, a mother's cunt, and then I was like, what about, like, my penis, like, when I'm older?
Right. I think don't dudes, it's hard to get erect or something, but we keep producing semen. Like, we can keep having kids if we wanted when we're 90.
Can we?
Yeah. When it comes to semen, like, we keep producing that. Because, like, we keep procreating. Like, we're meant to keep procreating.
Like, we're meant to just keep fucking
popping essentially, right.
But what is that, like... It's wild because, like, women are more, like, likely to have, not a healthy baby, so to speak, the older they are.
Well, that's the thing, too, is, like, think about it. We're not having the babies either way. So it makes sense that evolution was like, all right, so if you're having the baby, you have to be a certain age. But if you're not having the baby and you're the other sex, well, I'm going to make it so that you can keep reproducing.
Yeah. Just keep
because
fucking.
the world needs people.
Not anymore.
I think that your wiener starts not to work at like 57.
All right, I'm gonna be fucking rattled.
Where you start to need to use Viagra and shit. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like essentially.
I think everyone's different, but 57, I'd say.
Like that Hugh Hefner guy must have been popping Viagra, no bullshit, like 10 times a day.
If I'm in though, I don't need. I'm inspired enough to not need Viagra.
Me too. I'm gonna try to go as long as I can. But imagine being Hugh Hefner, like 90 years old, and he's got the Playboy when he's walking around. Like, you need to be popping them.
Dude, I don't want to be popping dick pills as an older gentleman. I want to like take testosterone or something to prevent that.
Can you do that instead?
I don't know. I would assume so.
Should we just interview some fucking like middle-aged man on the street? Sir, does your penis work?
I think that, dude, this is like a kind of a fucked up topic, and whatever. We don't need to get into it, but it's just like it reminded me of like a middle-aged person just doing fucking weird ass sexual shit. Like I watched the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing.
Oh, you watched it on Netflix,
dude, he was fucked. Like,
isn't he like the biggest weirdo?
Yeah, dude, he was fucking real fucked up. Like he was like dark as shit.
Yeah, I know. He had Epstein Island. Well, that's what like they called it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I remember you telling me about he would like look for girls that like had the darkest past.
Yeah,
and then he would like he would like feed off it. He would get recruit them.
Yes, because they were also like the easiest to manipulate. Kinda.
Such a fucked up human, dude.
Yeah,
that's like real bad.
Like daddy issues type stuff. You know what I mean?
And it's crazy just how what made me keep watching it though was how mind-boggling it was that he kept getting away with it, even though he was so fucking guilty. Because he was a billionaire, he kept getting away with shit.
And it wasn't even like his money too. It was like the CEO of fucking like all those fucking like Michael Kors and like I don't know if that's I'm butchering that for sure, but like he had a lot of high class friends and he was like their financial investor and he was just siphoning their fucking money, dude. Like just living off that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he like donated a bunch of money to like science and shit or something.
Science, yeah. So he was like a philanthropist type deal. So like he was supposedly well liked in the community. And that's how he would like threaten the girls, be like, "Oh, don't call the police because I have the whole police staff."
They're my homies, basically.
On my home, yeah, they're my homies. Like you're fucked.
It was like real fucked up, but
isn't it wild that his Ghislaine Maxwell, the lady that's in custody now, she was in New Hampshire.
She lived in New Hampshire.
They found her in New Hampshire, like probably like 2 months ago, like hiding.
Whoa.
This like the lady that was with him, like in it, like his wife.
Yeah, I know.
But she was like helping him recruit. Like, how fucking weird is that? And then she denies it.
I know.
She denies it. It's like, dude.
And then the victims also, like, there was this girl talking about how she was calling them, like, I know where you are. You're trying to hide, but you're at blah, blah, street. And
threatening
blah, blah,
him and
blah.
shit.
Like, I'd look around I'd look over your shoulder. That's real fucked up. I wonder what her past is like to make her like that. There's her
dad was fucked.
Her and Epstein had. Oh, is that like a real thing?
Like her dad was like a sleaze bag who was like fucked up, and I guarantee you he probably had a bunch of fucked up friends who just like took advantage of her. Who knows? You know, probably that type shit.
No, right, of course, because if you're doing that shit as an adult, like you have such a fucking story, like not like really a good one either.
No,
it's like
a terrible one.
Yeah,
but isn't it dude? Honestly, it's fucked up, but. What I really want to know is how many high class celebrities
are guilty.
Like who was like a no name that we have heard. Obviously, like Prince Andrew's a weirdo,
right? Like a Cosby, who's a Prince
what
Andrews,
if like fucking
who's a Jeffrey Epstein, who's like all like out of all the people, especially back in the day where it would be way less of a thing to get caught.
Dude, like Bill Clinton was in the fucking ring, and like he denies it. Like Trump was too. He kind of
now here's the thing: Bill Clinton, like from witnesses, was there on the island. And on the island, and he denies being on the island. So right there, that makes me skeptical of Bill Clinton, only because he's denying being on the island.
And we know he's a fucking hornball.
Because the victims and stuff, they were saying like how they would see some celebrities there, but they wouldn't see them do anything bad.
Right.
And Bill Clinton was one, apparently. And, like, he denied going there. It's just like, whoa. You could have just owned up to going there, not knowing he was doing what he was doing. And, but the fact that you lied makes it makes you realize, fishy, like you know what he was doing or something.
But we know Clinton fucking likes throwing his cock around.
Yeah, right,
so it's like, dude, you don't have a great reputation already. You know what I'm saying? But it's just wild because that Prince Andrew dude who was in England.
Fucking weirdo,
Did you see that interview when they like talking about it?
And he basically makes it worse for himself.
Yes, he agreed to do that.
And I know, right? Like, what was he thinking with that? And he's basically just saying, like, I can't explain that photograph. I just can't explain it.
I don't remember. He's like, oh, this is you, correct? Yes, that's me. And, just like, I don't know.
You can tell they're just trained by lawyers on what to say. Technically, they can't get in trouble for...
Oh, you got prepped for that. Yeah. For sure.
Big time.
But I'm just curious, like... So we know, obviously, those, like, big names. Those are some of the biggest names. Like, Prince Andrew, fucking serious. But who, like, some random, celebrities who you think so normal, right? Like Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, right.
Like, you know what I mean? Someone, like, random. It's like, whoa, what the fuck, Matthew McConaughey? And, they released the list. Remember, like, when they released the steroid list in baseball?
Yeah,
it was, like, guys you least expected?
Right.
That's, like, what it would be like.
Well, it's like,
obviously, way worse, not comparing that.
Right, I know what you mean. These two girls came out with a fucking podcast where they talk about, like, all the fucking celebrities they fucked and stuff. And, like... I'm just gonna name drop because one, we don't have many subscribers or anything, and also because it's out there anyway on other platforms. It's like allegedly Tory Lanez likes to pee on girls or something. Yeah, and
OBJ likes to get shit on.
Yeah. Like, see, but that's the stuff. It's like I think that they're just kind of like looking for people to tune in. But also, what if all that stuff's true? I go more towards it's not true, just in the sense of like because of who knows. I'm not going to, like, say that it's true, but at the same time, what if it's true?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and there's definitely more people where, like, people aren't coming out.
Oh, like, closet fucking weirdos that, like, we love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Which is, like, the crazy part. And imagine, like, the OBJ thing getting shit on. That can't be real. Like, who would like to get pooped on?
No way.
Did you see the meme on Instagram? Like, the video? It was you've seen the OBJ thing, like likes to get pooped on, right? Like
I've heard, yeah.
So there was one where it's like, it says like him, her, him, like when it's like the white letters. So it was like her. It was something like, I'm gonna fucking if you score a touchdown in today's game, I'm gonna eat like nothing but Taco Bell for a week and like come to your house later. And it was just like him like running the end zone, making like a diving catch. I was fucking losing it. But
crazy. First of all, like, so say hypothetically if it's not true, what an absurd rumor.
I know.
To be going out on the internet and everyone, like, because of course there's going to be idiots that are just like, oh shit, OBJ likes to get shit on.
I just think it's funny.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. And honestly, even if it's true, I don't judge him. That's his thing.
Yeah, same.
Whatever.
I don't judge him.
But at the same time, that's still hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
It's like really funny.
I'm not, that's what I'm saying. I'm not a judgy guy. Like, dude, fucking everyone's a weirdo in their own way. Hey, man,
if getting shit on is your thing,
if you like diarrhea leaking from a girl's butt on your chest.
Yeah.
And you just get all, like, happy, like, oh.
Yeah. Like, as she's farting, like.
Yeah.
He's just getting excited and shit.
It's just like he just got a new puppy. He's, like, that excited.
Yeah.
That's fucking
just
wild.
Like, and just like smearing it all over him and shit.
Oh, dude, that is a very random rumor though, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like I've never met anybody that was into getting shit on.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm trying to think. I don't know anything weirder than that. Like, what would be like a weird fetish? Remember that girl, 2 Girls, 1 Cup, that video when that was like famous? Mm-hmm. Did you watch it?
I threw up.
Yeah.
Like actually physically threw up.
4 Girls finger painting is like way worse.
Yeah, I don't want to watch it. There was another one too. 2 Girls, 1 Finger or something.
You know what was that one? Was like doing the same thing. Do you remember BME Pain Olympics?
Oh yeah, I do.
Dude, like these are all things that have popped in my mind that like was. I was probably in like 5th grade when this shit was like popular, right?
Very correct. And they were the first things on the internet to be fucked up and go viral almost.
Yes, and like you would be like in 5th grade, like, what are you guys looking up? Oh, nothing. I'm just doing my book report, Mom. It's like a girl was fucking shitting in another girl's face.
Yeah, right. Did you? Yeah, no.
This isn't Christopher Columbus. What is this?
I remember the Pain Olympics one though. That's fucked up.
Yeah, dudes like chopping their wiener off and stuff, bro.
you know, right, I was about to bring that up, and I stopped myself, dude. Like, if you're doing the Pain Olympics and you're chopping your wiener off or something, like, what's your past like?
Dude, what's going on here? What drugs are you on?
It's like, is there something chemically very wrong, or was your life like fucked up?
Can you survive by chopping your wiener off? Like, can you live? Like, if someone was like chopping your wiener off right now, like someone like had a sword and just fucking cut your dick off, and like we rush you to the hospital,
like a paper cutter, like they put it underneath the thing.
Yeah, like what's up?
Yeah,
what's up? And fucking, that's a noise it would make.
Yeah.
And like, would you live? You know, like, how would they sew you up? What would be there? So many questions going through my brain.
Yeah. If you were to die, I think it would be from blood loss, right?
Yeah, or just like...
I remember Johnny Knoxville he was trying to do a backflip on a motorcycle or the motorbike kind of thing. And on the fourth try, when he went up, he like bitched out right away and he let go of the bike. But the thing is, he was completely like about to fall on his back, like,
and the bike fell on him?
And the bike fell on his wiener.
Oh.
And broke his fucking wiener. And he like had to use a catheter for 3 years. But
3 years?
Yeah. And he was saying like, and so he's talking about the scenario, and he's
how do you even beat off?
I don't know, but if you look up Johnny Knoxville on YouTube, it's him. It's a video of him breaking down all his worst injuries. Him breaking his wiener, he says, is the worst one. And he said that every time his heart would beat, blood would shoot out of his wiener.
No way. Like when it was like the first injury, like when it was like...
No, with the wiener thing. Like when the think about a bike. Think about a motorcycle, right? It's like a dirt bike motorcycle type thing.
Yeah, like, so it's heavy as fuck.
Right, and it's like it just like flew up in the air 20 feet, and he falls on his back, and it falls on his wiener.
Oh my god.
And he breaks...
That's cringy.
Crazy shit. Yeah, like that one. That's a... Dude, I don't know how heavy that is, but...
Probably like at least 600 pounds.
If something's 15 pounds falling on your wiener, that's like a tragedy.
Dude, if someone like flicks your fucking wiener, it
hurts.
Like flicks it in the right spot.
Yep.
We were talking about this the other day. It's weird that like obviously getting hit in like the shaft of your dick hurts, but it's weird like getting hit in the testicle is just like...
It's the worst.
It's the worst.
So bad. And the fucked up thing is it doesn't hurt at first.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't hurt right at the beginning. And then it's just like, oh no, this is about to suck. Oh no, this is about to suck. It's starting to suck. Fuck. Oh my god, now I need to like lay down. It's just like a slow process of like just pain and agony.
Dude, getting sack whacked fucking... Remember the game like you'd play that, like cruel games for fucking children.
Very
just getting
cruel.
sack whacked. Dennis Rodman broke his dick 3 times.
How do you break his dick? Fucking,
yeah.
Dude, how do you break your dick? Fucking.
Because, like, doing, like, reverse cowgirl or something, the girl just, like, sits down on your dick and she's clapping.
And she's like, clapping, and then, like, it becomes not inside anymore. And then sits on it?
Yeah, literally sits on it just, like, fucking crooked. Oh! Owie. Dude, did you see the video? I don't know. The doctor's just fucking,
there's no bone inside of it.
Yeah, I know. It's weird that it's just blood. It's, like, a lot of blood.
No, it's absolutely insane that, like...
It's called a boner?
That there's no bone...
It's called a boner.
There's no bone inside your wiener, but...
It's all blood.
But it gets hard because of blood, yeah. And there's no bone inside.
You're just fucking holding a blood sack, really. We're fucked. This episode took a turn, dude. Wait, what was... Oh, yeah. I'll have to show you after this. I think I did show you this. It's like the Chinese version of MMA, and it's like some pudgy dude fighting this, like, less pudgy guy. And they, like, touch gloves, and they square up, and the guy goes to, like, grapple, and some dude fucking throws a uppercut kick, and he hits the dude in the nuts, and the crowd's like, oh, it's an Asian crowd, so they're like, oh, and, dude, he goes down, and he's like, and he starts crying, and they have to get a curtain out, bro, and they're, like, checking this guy's sack to see if it's, like, open, because he got hit in the nuts so fucking hard, bro. Literally, every time I watch it, if I'm in a bad mood, that fucking makes me cry laughing. That video. That guy's crying in pain. I'm crying laughing. We'll watch it after this. I definitely have showed you it before. You'll be like, oh yeah, I think I do remember you showing me this. It's fucking, dude. You're gonna like laugh like you're laughing right now. It's so funny. I can't wait.
Word. And on that, you want to wrap this up?
Yeah, we wrap it up.
Word.
Quick 40-minute day. What's the capital of Idaho?
Boise.
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's go.
Let's go.
Word. Well, yeah, thanks for tuning in, people. Fucking check out next week's episode.
Check out next week's episode. My new Instagram name is @AdamLucy, not @Adam_Lucy. I say that in all the other episodes, but then the other Adam Lucy in the world that had just Adam Lucy after the at decided to change it.
Oh, did he?
He did. I messaged him asking him if I could like have it back in the day, and he didn't respond to me, but he changed it.
Word.
And I wonder if that's the reason why.
Good looks, Adam Lucy in fucking Dublin, Ireland.
Wherever you are.
Yeah. All right, people. Peace out.
Later.